Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno. Now, when we left off, we had just encountered a particular fellow named Centurion Octavius, and I am not incredibly pleased about seeing this fellow once again, but I decided, well, after restoring our HP at Crane and then heading back here and coming across him once more, I decided, well, why not? Let's do some damage to him, as much as we can at least. So what I'm going to be attempting this time around is to stay alive, of course, because Scout only has 86% HP, so it might be going to be a little bit different than before, and we might indeed die a little bit faster than previously. So, before we head in to fight Centurion Octavius, one of you mentioned in the comments that you'd like to see the stats of the Demon Lord and the Eagle Lord, and they do appear to have exactly the same wages, so I can assume that they are going to be relatively similar in their stats. So as you can see, 500 in every single weapon proficiency, 10 in Iron Flesh, 9 in Power Strike, 8 in Power Draw. Does that mean that they have a chance to spawn with archery weapons? Perhaps it is, who knows. 7 in athletics, and 7 in riding skill. 39 strength and 94 HP, which is absolutely insane. Very, very cool indeed. I can actually see his equipment, so yes, he can actually spawn with a black ebony bow, which is very, very interesting indeed. Let's hope that they have some rather interesting things to show us once we have entered the fray here. Now we are going to take a look at the Eagle Lord's stats. Now he has 1 more strength, nothing in power draw, but he has power throw. So this guy is more to do with throwing weapons, and he does hit a little bit harder as well. As you can see, the power strike is 1 or 2 more than the Demon Lord. However, the athletics is 1 less. But yes, 40 strength and 95 HP. Very nice indeed, and we can actually take a look at what they can use. Aha, it appears that they might be more lancers, and it appears that they don't have any throwing weapons, but maybe they would have if this mod had continued development, perhaps? I did receive a message that this mod has ceased development, but I don't actually know what's going on at the moment, so who knows? Maybe it will continue or pick up at some point, but for now, these guys are going to be absolute beasts in our army right here. I am actually very pleased to have them, and we are now going to be heading in versus the 3rd Legion. Let's do it. 3rd Legion, I'm surprised you aren't ancient already. Oh yes. So we have 146 troops fit for battle against 274. Battle advantage is 0 once again, and we have an even amount of units on the battlefield each. So let's try to move our units into a really good position and hopefully give ourselves the advantage. But we do need to make sure, aha, yes, we have 40 archers. That might have gone a little bit overboard, but that means we just need to make them into our most valued asset, I suppose you could say. So let's get our archers here on the highest of hills, and we'll get our infantry in front of them to hopefully protect them, and then our Redwood elites will also join the archer ranks. And then I think our cavalry, we only have 26 of them, so every other infantry and archer group is outnumbering these guys, but hopefully they will prove themselves to be rather useful. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Well, suffice it to say, I'm actually not incredibly confident in our particular situation. As you see, they are deciding that it would be a good idea to maneuver over to a higher elevation. That's not too good, I gotta say. That is not too good. However, we are starting to take a couple of them out now, and I will start to move our archers a little bit closer along with our infantry, just so we are getting into more effective range. At the moment, I'm not entirely sure whether the archers are actually doing anything whatsoever, although our Redwood elites are definitely showing us what they are capable of. And of course, our Machiavellian heavy marksmen also chipping in a little bit there. I'm hopeful that they'll be able to do a little bit more damage than just to these regular units. And I am riding up here just to test the water, as it were. I would really like to taunt these guys into attacking, so if at all possible, I will try to do that. Ooh, nice 49 damage there for free. Didn't take any damage in retaliation, which is good. Now, they do have a lot of Legion archers, and that is exactly why I was a little bit worried about engaging these guys immediately. And they all have lances, or at least they all have spears, which is definitely not something I'm too pleased about. So, we're going to do our very best to charge back here. Ah! Interesting tactics are they using? Very interesting tactics. So, as you saw there, they did not break their lines because of my provocation. They did not break them. They were very, very disciplined in their ranks. That is not too good, I gotta admit. That is not too good at all. And I'm actually thinking maybe we want to charge in right now because we are going to continue losing archers, I do believe, if we are not able to take out more of theirs. Okay. I think what we might have to do, actually, is stand closer a little bit here. Stand closer with our infantry, and then move them closer to our opponent and attack the enemy archer division. Ooh, didn't really want to do that, but I suppose that might be the only thing we can do. I am going to get off my horse as well because it is way too injured to make good use of this. So, let's do it. Let's charge in our cavalry right here. Leave our archers back there. Hopefully they will be sufficiently protected by our infantry. And we'll try to do some damage. Oh yeah, take out that guy. Can I get on their horses? It would be... no, definitely not. Riding a skill not adequate, it states. How dare you? Okay, well, whatever the case, it does appear as though we are absolutely slaughtering them? Why do I sound surprised by that? But yes, it appears that we are absolutely slaughtering them. That is a very good thing to see indeed. I was not expecting that, but I suppose what can you expect from the likes of demon worshippers, demon lords, eagle retainers, Tylan himself, and of course we do have some Bluewood nobles as well. I believe we have one of them? Wow, he is such a beast. Goodness me, I really wish we had more of those. Okay, well, what we do need to do is check out to see whether we can take... yes, never mind. Okay, I was going to say, check out to see whether we can take that guy down who is currently harassing some of our archers. So, without further ado, we're going to tell our infantry and cavalry to hold position back here once again. And then we are also going to be moving our archers a little bit closer. How dare you? You don't even have a rider and you're already harassing me. Oh my goodness. That is just like me, is it not? Get attacked by a horse that isn't even ridden by anyone. Oh yes, of course. Okay, come on, let's do this. Oh, very nice. Okay, these are only auxiliaries, so I don't think I need to worry about their damage too much, but I am a little bit worried about this guy. That's for sure. I do believe he is a Drahara unit. Is he a Drahara unit? Not entirely sure, but we are now going to be charging in our infantry. I do believe these guys are going to be much easier to take out than the previous mounted units that we had to deal with. So, why am I actually targeting the infantry? Why don't we just target the Legion archers? Because the Legion archers, they do have some pretty serious hardware on them, so let's try to make them useless, shall we not? Let's try to do that. And, wait, I am being shot. Oh, wow, there's actually a whole contingent of archers over there. I am going to be charging our cavalry in now, as a result. There we are, take that guy out, thank you very much. Continue to block this. Let's get our archers on the hill over here, and hopefully they'll be able to take out the remaining archers before they receive any more reinforcements. We are having quite a bit of difficulties because they are skirmishing with us by the looks of things. That is not good. But we can only hope that we'll be able to take many of them out before we are having any problems with them. Out. Okay, and that's exactly why I said, before we're having any problems with them, 55 damage from a two-handed sword from the Legion archers. Ouch. That has to hurt. Okay, well, at least while we are dead, I will be able to command our units, and as a result, we are going to be telling our archers to hold position, and then we're going to be telling them to move forward, advance a little bit. Can I do that? Wait a minute. It's holding. Let's advance. No? Ooh, wait a minute. Ah. Does that not work anymore? Maybe that doesn't work anymore. Oh, it does. There we are. Thank you very much. So we can actually do that. I can actually just click on the map, and that will make a difference to our archers, hopefully. It doesn't appear as though they are moving, so maybe they're just firing away, or they are out of arrows, which could very well be the case. But, as you can probably tell, the reinforcements that we were infused with have done their job very, very well indeed. Maybe too well. Well, there it is anyway. 27 renown, 29 morale from our victory, and as you can... oh dear. As you can no doubt tell, we lost our only Bluewood noble in that skirmish. And the Demon Lord, I do believe, also fell in battle. Not very good at all. However, we are now... oh, goodness me. 89 versus 51. I was really hoping that we would have taken them all out by now. But if we are able to get the same amount of renown that we did for the previous round, then I think this will be a mighty worth it situation to accomplish. So let's do our best, shall we? We have 46 cavalry and... 46 cavalry and 11 archers? Oh my goodness. Really? Oh my. Okay. Well, because you did that, I'm actually going to tell everyone to charge. And you are going to get absolutely flattened by the steamroller that is Scout Striker Wilkins and his party. Or perhaps not, because it appears that our cavalry is taking a little bit more time to charge than I would like, but as you can see here, look at this. Look at them, just charging straight on in here. Hopefully they will not get too much damage taken from the Legion archers. As you can no doubt tell, they are actually pretty effective, and I'm not too pleased about fighting them, that's for sure. Or at least letting them shoot as much as they did in the previous round. That's probably a mistake. And even if you do get into melee, then you know what happens. You get a huge two-handed sword to the face. So let's try to avoid that in future, shall we? Our face is not made of steel like our shield, so yes, might be a good idea to use it every once in a while. But there it is. Our renown reward is not there, unfortunately enough, but 8 morale will do me just fine. That is great. Now, yes, I was really hoping to actually take Centurion Octavius prisoner, but no such luck this time. Now, this is where it becomes quite fun, because we can take as many units as we like from their prisoner's hold. I am going to be taking many of their heavy lancers. I did ask in the previous episode what the Hakon are good at, and I think I can tell so far. They have some pretty heavy infantry, and they have some very good lancers as well. So, I only have 4 spaces remaining. That's probably not too good, is it? Well, we'll take that guy. What's this? A Calarius Kingsman. That looks like a good unit. Wow, yeah, they do favor the horsemen quite a bit, and maybe the infantry as well? I don't believe their sharpshooters are that good, but I actually will take it just for science, because I wouldn't mind seeing what kind of stats they have. So, let's take all these guys as well. Wow, that's actually perfect. We have just the right amount of space in our prisoner's hold to accommodate those fellows. So that's pretty good. And now we can just take these things here. A cracked Centurion helmet. I have a Praetorian helmet, which has +1 protection to it. So, no replacements to be had here. And there it is. Very nice indeed. Victory has been attained. And we will now take a look at the Hakon Sharpshooter. This is the highest level of Archer, as far as I can tell. So we are going to take a look at his stats. Level 30. Yeah, quite low level. 62 health, not bad. 5 power strike, 6 iron flesh. Of course, he doesn't need any power draw or anything. He is using a crossbow by the looks of things. And he has 15 strength and various other stats. 240 in every weapon proficiency, which is actually quite substantial. But if we take a look, let's just see here. If we take a look at the Machiavellian Heavy Marksman, then you can tell immediately that this guy is definitely not to be trifled with in comparison to the Hakon. However, saying that, the Machiavellians, do they have cavalry? I don't believe they have cavalry, do they? I do believe they do, but I don't actually have any to show off at the moment, so unfortunately we will not be able to check to see what the Hakon Heavy Lancers are like versus some of the higher level units. As you can see here, this is actually beastly. 77 HP in a Lancer is very, very cool indeed. He can lance for days, so That's pretty nice. And, of course, now we can just level up a couple more of our units. And I do believe we are probably going to be heading back to Crane just to rejuvenate ourselves. And, yes, I do believe there is actually a quest to do with the Perisno in ruins. One of you did send me a whisper, or shall we say a private message on YouTube about that. And to answer you, I will be doing the quest that you outline. I just wanted to defeat Centurion Octavius in this episode. So next episode, we'll be taking a look at that quest. And indeed, others have mentioned in the comments that there is something to be done at Forniron, or Fornion, however you want to say it. I do believe it is over here. And the quest itself, according to one of you, quote-unquote, is quite suicidal. So, yeah. Considering we barely were able to take care of Centurion Octavius, I'm a little bit worried about taking on a potentially suicidal quest. But who knows? You've known me to do crazier things. So who knows? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Yes, so let's see here. We are going to be selling these items here, but these are actually pretty good, I gotta admit. Wow. Is that actually good? Wait. Huh. Well, I'm never going to use a bow, so maybe not, but goodness me, they do have some pretty nice armor here. Okay, that will be fine. We were out of food, after all. So yes, I will actually be cutting away here, and I will travel back to Valahir clan territory, and when we return, we will most likely be at Valle de Burgh. Okay, so I thought this would be a good a time as any to cut back here. I travelled back to Valle de Burgh, and I was waiting here for some time just to rejuvenate ourselves after our previous bout. I did get chased by a couple of, well, shall we say, rather oversized bandit parties, but they did not have any interesting prisoners, so I decided not to attack them. Now, as you can see here, we are gaining a rather impressive amount of money every single week. 10,600, that is quite impressive for being a vassal of a faction. And usually when I'm king, I don't actually have that much profit in comparison to this. So I would say that all of our fiefs are doing incredibly well. And our vassals, indeed, are doing an even better job, and shall we say, not our vassals, but our comrades, and indeed our leader, King Ingveld, are doing a very good job at patrolling around our territory. Now, you may be wondering why the rents from Enger are none. Well, the reason for that is because Lord Siegfried decided that it would be a good idea to raid my village, which is rather impressive, because I'll show you why. Let's just see here. There's Enger, right? Now, he would have had to do this if he's coming from, well, let's just say he's coming from forward, because it was a Machiavellian vassal, and I can only assume that he was attempting to run away, or something along those lines. So, if you were going along here, and you went all the way across, and you actually travelled across the small channel here, then you would come across Moburg first. But then you'd have to go all the way round, you'd pass Vol, you'd pass Joran Darfell, and then you'd also pass Grenmar to get to Engar. And that is just impressive, to say the least, that he specifically targeted our village. I have no idea what happened with that, but it did say that he was defeated only a short while after that, so I can only assume that one of our fellows like Lord Thorbjorn, or maybe indeed our wife's father, was able to intercept him. That would actually be a rather cool idea, that's for sure. So, wait a second. I do want to do something rather fast here. Level these guys up. Place this guy in the garrison here. Oh, yes, we do need to put these guys in the garrison as well. I really wanted to try and find a ransom broker, so maybe we could do that. Wait, maybe I should do that right now. Let's go into the... Ah, there's a drunk. Well, we don't really need to worry about him at the moment. And we do have 2 companions here, which might actually be a rather worthwhile investment, because we do have a lot of money now. So maybe they would want to join us. Okay, let's do that. So, I will be placing these 2 guys in the garrison here. I'll probably get them out at a later time just to reinforce our ranks, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our castle, we're going to speak to Lady Ella, and we're going to ask her to join us. There we are. Excellent. Now what we want to do as well is withdraw some money. 40,000. I do believe 40,000 is going to be enough. Or at least I hope so. And we will speak to Antiope, because this is actually a companion that I've been wanting to get for quite some time, but unfortunately enough, I was not able to at the time, because she asked for too much. So, 6,000. There we are, 6,000 orums. Very nice indeed. And we can also get her as well. I'm not entirely sure what her story is, so we shall read it. Hello there. Do you happen to be a mercenary, Captain? Hello. What would someone like you be doing here? Let me tell you. My name is Zyra, and I am from the Swift Rider tribe in Drahara. I decided that a tribal life as nomads was not the life I have grown up to live, so I decided to say goodbye to my family and friends and explore the world outside the deserts. It has been a wonderful experience so far. Now I am looking to join someone and share my adventures with them. You could join us. I would be pleased to join you. I will be a very nice addition to your ranks, I think. I have many skills. And she joins us for free? Okay, I was not expecting that, but there we are. She joins us for free, and I do believe we now have 3 additional female companions in our party. As you can see here, Lady Ella, who needs to actually get some additional equipment here. Well, actually, not too bad. She's using some pretty good stuff. Can she wear that? No, she cannot wear that just yet. And maybe that? Yes, she can wear those. Excellent. That's much better. And we could probably give her this as well, but that... it's not really befitting, is it? Not really befitting a lady of her stature. So let's just leave that. Antiope, let's take a look at her stats. Ooh, okay. So she's level 21. She has 7 in power draw, so she's going to be an absolute beast from range, which is going to be very, very nice to accommodate our, well, I would say our archer-centric army. We do have quite a lot of archers, and then of course we have Zyra here, who is well-rounded, shall we say. She has horse archery, riding, power draw, a classic horse archer with some trade skill and inventory management, not a very bad amount of HP for a level 6 unit, and 90 archery proficiency, which is not too bad either. So, considering I was not able to find a ransom broker here, I will be ending this episode off here, and next time on Perisno, we are going to be attempting a siege, perhaps versus a Hekon vassal, and maybe even attempt to take another Tauranian fief as well. Who knows? Well, actually, saying that, why would we want to do that when we could do the quest that you mentioned? Yes, I think that's a better idea. So, yes, I will read your comment once again, your private message as well, and I'll see the details of that particular quest, and we'll see whether we can do it next time. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.